So you want to study architecture. Hi everyone, I'm Caitlin Rosier, a licensed architect and owner of Mentor Dino and creator of this ebook, Design Your Future, a student and parent handbook for exploring a career in architecture. But why did I create this ebook? Why did I create Mentor Dino to begin with? Mentor Dino was created to empower the architecture, engineering, and construction industry through innovative solutions, addressing multifaceted gaps in knowledge, and our commitment is to elevate the entire profession, fostering a holistic and collaborative environment for everybody. And in this ebook, I'm going over the gap and understanding what do we do as architects. If you are a parent with a student looking to study architecture in college, you may have no idea what we do. You may not be in the construction industry at all. Or if you're a student just curious to what an architect does, or maybe what an interior designer does, or an engineer, or maybe you like the contractor side. This ebook is to help you understand the architecture side and also the different facets of architecture between urban design, landscape architecture, residential architecture, what a commercial architect does. There's so many different things you can do with an education in architecture where I go through those steps to help you learn to understand what you want to do before you start your college journey. So how is this done? What is going on? It is all about taking the confusingness of becoming an architect and understanding all the different processes with finding an architecture school, making sure it's accredited, all these different acronyms we talk about, and all the different directions that people may point you along the way. Whenever I was looking to study architecture, my parents were clueless on what an architect does besides, hey, you need one to build a building. They didn't understand what they do in the day-to-day. They didn't understand what an accredited architecture program was and what to look for in different universities. And don't even get me started with the high school counselors. They had no idea what I was getting into. And going to them for a question, they were pretty much clueless. They were good if I wanted to study business or law, but they didn't understand the design process and the design needs of being an architect. So I was pretty much on my own to figure it out. So this resource is about taking all those confusing roads and all those different signals you may be getting and getting you on the path. I will go through the specific path on within the United States and going to an accredited program, what an accredited program is and what that path is and journey along the way through academia and into practice to becoming a licensed architect and hitting all those steps along the way. What is this resource? There is a digital download ebook that you can get from my website below, but is also accessible on Amazon if you'd prefer to have a printed book. So I have both links below, whether you want the digital ebook to save some paper and some money, or jump on to Amazon to purchase the book yourself to get a hard copy. The book itself is about being a tool for you to understand the process and what you are going to be going through, what questions you may have, and so on. The different chapters, I go through an introduction welcoming you to architecture because it is such an exciting field and we do so many different things. But I talk about what is architecture, giving you a little bit of history and a little bit of knowledge of the day-to-day. Understanding, is architecture the right career for you and the different skills and needs we need to have? And understanding that a lot of college students change their major in college, and architecture is one of the biggest ones that people will change out of. So it is good to understand if it's the right career for you and what to expect. I also talk about how to choose an architecture school and how there are different things to look for to understand. The number one thing is to make sure that it is an accredited degree, an accredited school, how to understand what that is, but understanding all the different opportunities that are within an architecture school. I talk a little bit about applying to architecture school in the process, and then I dive into studying architecture, what to expect, what a studio environment is that is likely new for you as a student, and how to set those expectations. Then I'll even go through preparing for a career in architecture, so that transition out of academia into practice and what to expect on the practice side, and talking about jumping in for job shadow opportunities to really see what different firms are doing between different project types and different firm sizes. And I also give you questions to ask an architect. I always recommend talking to architects because everybody has a different insight, different opportunity, and different experience within the profession, and oftentimes different specialties as well. So I give you a whole list of questions that you can go ask an architect if you go get a coffee with an architect, or lunch, or you're job shadowing, or you have opportunity for an internship. That is there for you. And I help you along with that process, and I actually give you my responses. So I get you a leg up along the way. In this section, I give you my responses. So then you can start to see what a potential response is and what my response is. So when you go talk to another architect, that at least is your second or hopefully third architect you talk to before starting your architecture journey. And then giving you a summarized conclusion. There are links all throughout this book to different resources and areas to look up more information and more details. But I hope you guys enjoy this ebook to give you a better understanding of the AEC industry, and specifically what an architect does within the AEC industry, and all the different roles that you can handle and all the different career pathways that you can take. So I hope you guys enjoy this ebook. And again, if you have any questions about being an architect, leave a comment below. I am always here to help and give you more information along the way. And I hope you guys enjoy this resource.